everyone, welcome to another round of Chitter Chatter. And this is the last Chitter Chatter of this year. And I have to thank everyone who has been a part of all the Chitter Chatters, the love that you all have been sending to me, the questions that you all keep pouring in the moment the story goes live, the comments that you all give when the video is on IGTV or on other platforms. Thank you guys for always being a part of Chitter Chatter and for always being there for the love and support that you all given. And today's last Chitter Chatter is with Akshay Manwani on his latest book. Well, this book, The Tiger, the Bear and the Battle for Mahawan, is totally a book based on the animal kingdom. But there is a lot to learn from this book about self-belief, about facing up odds and a lot more. And I'm going to send him a request and get started with this Chitter Chatter because we have a lot of questions for him and I can't wait to get started. So while he's here and he's sending us a hi, let's send him an invite with this Chitter Chatter. And you all can continue sending in the waves. Hello, Sonal. Hi, Akshay. Welcome
Hi,
to
hi,
Chitter Chatter.
hi, Shweta. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very, very well.
How's it going? Your book is amazing, and I love the backdrop you said, and the whole book. Like I can go on, but I don't want to go on and on. This Chitter Chatter is all about you. So please tell us something about the tiger, the bear, and the battle for Mahawan.
Well, like you said very kindly in your introduction, that this is a book which is set in the Indian wild, and it's a book which is, it's about, giving self-belief and, facing up to difficult odds, for not just for children, but even for adults. But the idea was to tell a story which is hopefully engaging and entertaining for children, but also to educate them on India's incredible, diversity in of wildlife. So if you go to, I'm an avid wildlife traveler. So if you go up north, okay, the biodiversity that you will see there is very different from what you will see in the eastern part of the country, right? Or what you get to see in the western part of the country is very different from what you will get to see in the southern part of the country, right? So when I was doing these travels over the last 3 or 4 years, and I call myself, like I said, I'm an avid wildlife enthusiast. There were certain species that I didn't even know of that we can find in our country. Something called the, let's say, the lion-tailed macaque, the wild ass from the Little Run of Kutch. So I basically wove together a story where these creatures are playing characters in the story. And at the end of the book, if I can, I know the camera, inverts it, but there is a glossary at, the end of the book, a 6-page glossary on the various characters in the book. And the idea was to give children, after they read the story, 1 or 2 lines of general information, about each character. So I don't want children to grow up not knowing about their own country. We know that there are zebras and giraffes in Africa, and lions are there. I mean, lions are found in India also. But I wanted to tell a story which is, is about animals from what we can find in our own country. So, well, hopefully it solves both those purposes.
So, guys, now you all know all about the book, and it is not only for your child but also for you all because it's going to teach you a lot about self beliefs and many more things, like we said. So, if you haven't grabbed your copy, all you have to do is after this Chitter Chatter, go online, buy your copies, and read. And do let us know how you like. You can DM him, you can put it on Goodreads, you can put it on Amazon, and you can spread the word. And what better than talking about animals and letting people know and also have your own general knowledge? Because, frankly speaking, we're talking about children, but I didn't have this kind of a knowledge. It was only after reading, because as much as we say we are pet friendly, we are animal friendly, we love animals and whatever, but we aren't as enthusiastic as you. So thanks to you, at least we got to know a lot more.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, like I said, I mean, had I not been curious, I myself would not have come to know. I mean, when we are children, and we learn the alphabet, we are taught T for tiger and M for monkey and L for lion and D for dog. But the thing is that, I was telling somebody else also the other day, that what is this monkey? There is no such thing as monkey. There is a rhesus macaque, and there is a bonnet macaque, right? And they're all kind of subspecies of what we broadly just loosely call monkey. Okay, even a lion-tailed macaque is, but so it's important to know these subspecies and educate yourself, right? It's just like it's not politically correct to call someone, अरे वो तो South Indian है. What? Where
Correct.
does he come from? अरे वो तो North Indian है. North India has 5 or 6 states that, 4 or 5 states that form part of North India. So is he Kashmiri or is he Punjabi? Where is he from? Right? So the same thing applies to the animal kingdom also. There is the wild ass which you find in the Little Rann of Kutch, and then there is the Tibetan wild ass. Their form and shape is the same, but there are differences between the two. So it is our job to educate, and certainly as far as children are concerned, it's our job as adults to educate them ki, this is what the differences are between these animals. It's not enough to call them, oh, look, that's a donkey. No, there's it's a wild ass. So that's where it came from.
So while you had your curiosity and you had your research and then you crafted this tale with all the animals and the battle among them, how much time did it take for you to write this book?
Well, actually, I don't know if I should. I didn't struggle with the plot line. I had a broad, or let me not say broad story idea, but I had a certain, a seed idea for the plot. If I can tell you a little bit about my, background, I have authored 2 books on Hindi cinema previously, right?
Yes.
So I'm a big Hindi film buff of the 1960s, 70s and all. So I basically took one of those, those plots which is used repeatedly in 1970s Hindi cinema, and I said, let's put this in the animal kingdom, right? So that seed idea was there, and then of course, depending upon animal behavior and all what we typically see from them, I crafted the story. But I didn't have a struggle on, I stopped and I was like, oh, I'm not able to complete this, it's not working out and all. I didn't struggle with it. It took me about, I would say, a year's time to, write the manuscript. Where we found difficulty was in getting the illustrator, which, the publisher, Red Panda, which is Westland's children's imprint. They, found this young girl called Devashri Damodre, and her artwork is simply fantastic. And she really worked very hard. Of course, I gave her all the references and all that, but you just see some of her artwork. This is like a top shot of the animals facing off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just take a snapshot. Can you show it again? I'll just take a snapshot and maybe we can share it later for the viewers.
Yeah. This one, there is this large, were you able to take it?
I was able to take it, but suddenly I zoomed in. I don't know what happened.
Okay. Well, it's there in the book, so you could also take it later. And she's really come up with some very fine, illustrations. Like this one is one of my favorites. The tigers have gone to the river.
Yeah, I love this illustration too. It's just beautiful. The whole
it's really well done. Really well done. And unfortunately or fortunately, we had to go with this decision of it being in black and white. I hope you're okay.
Perfectly okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So had it been in color, I'm sure it would have been even better. But I think given the challenge that she had to bring out the various species and the differences in the various species within black and white, I think she did an outstanding job. And she did it over a very short time frame, 3 odd months. And the latter half of the project, she was even balancing it with a full day academic course that she is juggling. So, I mean, hats off to Devashri. I told her whenever I decide to sit down for another children's book, she is going to, I'm going to her by default. She is free to turn me down, but I will go to her only.
While we're talking about Devashri, there were a lot of hearts flowing, especially for her, because the kind of challenges she faced.
Yes.
Because as an artist, I can say when you have the colors, it's very easy to create and show the differentiation, to make the whole setup also for that matter. It's just very easy. Like your cover page, you could create the jungle just with the colors of greens and the the tiger, the colors, they just play. but to create illustrations, like you said, with black and white, and she's done a wonderful job. So right now,
Absolutely.
while we were chit chatting, we had a lot of hearts going, especially for Devashri. So Devashri, kudos to you, and please don't reject him if you're busy also while the second book, because we
No,
want
true.
many more writings from him and many more illustrations from you.
Yes, yes. Also, the fact is that you asked about that how much time did it take you, and I said, well, getting an illustrator on board was perhaps the most difficult part, and then going over the illustrations and all that. But the book is also basically, like I said, so there are influences from, let's say, Hindi cinema. The central idea about a tiger family getting separated because of certain circumstances that they are forced into. That came from the world of Hindi films. There is a very dramatic moment from the book towards the end, where the protagonist is facing a moral dilemma, that what should he or she do. The reason I'm saying he or she is because I don't want to give away who the hero is. So he or she is faced with a moral dilemma, that what should be my choice of action. Should I go this way or should I go that way? And again, that comes from, like, it comes from one of the great Indian mythological tales. So there are various influences. There are my own experiences. There are influences from Hindi cinema, from other literature that I have read. From There is a particular moment in the book, Shweta, which I can tell you is from a very famous moment in the world of sport. And now you might say that what do you mean by a moment from the world of sport finding its way into a story which is set in the animal kingdom? Well, you have to read it, and then maybe we can have this discussion offline, and I can explain to you that that's the influence for that particular resolution, right? So it came from a lot of sources, and I think ultimately I have also given it my own unique voice. So somebody famous once told me, he said that originality is the art of concealing the source of your influences.
Wow.
Yeah. And what he meant by that is that everyone, they, while you grow up, you read, you see, you travel the world, something filters in subconsciously, all that becomes part of your creative effort ultimately.
Right.
So I've been lucky and fortunate to have read and seen, and that is hopefully finding its way into my work.
So, guys, like y'all just heard that, there are a lot of moments, be it how the sports found its way in the animal kingdom, the way other moments find their way over here. So, tell us what moments you liked while you're reading this. Do let us know when you're reading this. And I think, how about spending your holiday with this book? So, maybe, it could be something that you and your children could read it together. What's the Akshay? Isn't it a good idea? That it could be.
Absolutely. In fact, I've been overwhelmed by, because I have a lot of friends now who have kids, and they're all in this age group of, let's say, 7 and above and all that. And, this book is being, promoted as, for children 8 and above and all that. So I've had so many images sent to me through WhatsApp and other social media forums where, just yesterday morning, which was 26th morning in India, I had 3 friends from the United States send me photographs of their child opening their Christmas gift, and it was a copy of the book. So I'm just overwhelmed. I've had people from within India buy multiple copies to gift it as a Christmas gift. Somebody's birthday is coming up. I had a friend send over her husband to get some copies signed last minute. She was doing some Christmas shopping. So I'm just overwhelmed. As a writer, you hope that there's one person out there who will get back to you and say, your book touched my life. But recently I shared a Facebook post where I said that when you see a child, you are able to engage with a child, and there's a big generation gap there. I think there's greater joy, because to engage with a child or to excite a child's mind is, which is why teaching is such a divine profession. So I'm extremely elated. I don't know what is this book's destiny, what lies in store for it. But it's been tremendous the way people have been sending images of their children reading the book. Somebody shared their child's feedback with me. So it's been really, really wonderful.
touch wood, and may it do much more wonders. Is that's what we all are expecting here. And I was about to, get back to your backdrop that you've authored two books which are like connected to, not connected the way this is totally animal based.
Yes,
So,
yes.
coming from there, which was the trigger moment when you suddenly decided, okay, what I've done in the past, let's do something different. Tell us about that one trigger moment.
It's a very clear trigger moment. It's actually it's a very embarrassing moment rather. So we were in this place called Kaziranga National Park, which is in Assam. We were there for um, Diwali in 2018, right? And so we were waiting for a rhino to come out of the the undergrowth, and the jeep driver had said that let the rhino come out and you'll get a good shot, photograph. So we were waiting, and then while we were waiting, my wife and my daughter. So my daughter looks, she says suddenly out of the blue, she says, "Dad, why do you write these boring Hindi film books? When are you going to write something interesting for me?" So I said, "Okay, chalo, challenge accepted." Sorry, I said challenge accepted. Let's take this as a challenge, because I had been doing at that point. This is 2018. I had already been spending about been doing wildlife photography for about 2 years since at that point. So over the course of another year or so, I started writing this book in June 2019. I remember I was in hospital. I had a bout of typhoid, and while I was recovering in hospital, this is when this idea came to me. So the trigger moment was my daughter's criticism of my boring film books. And then while I was sitting in the hospital, not as I was recovering with God's grace, and I didn't have anything better to do, so my mind started working. Okay, this is the broad outline for the story. Of course, there were some places where I was getting stuck and all, but it's not like one of those things where I was like, for 2 months I didn't know how to resolve the situation. Just kept thinking. There were a couple of things that I went back and forth with. Should I go this way or that way? But I'm glad eventually it's worked out well.
So we must thank Naina, because if it wasn't for her, maybe this book wouldn't
Yes.
have been here,
Yes.
and a lot of children wouldn't enjoy it. If I take the liberty to say the Indian Jungle Book, because the way this book is, it has so many lessons out there.
Yes.
And I would call it the Indian Jungle Book, because
Yes.
after that, if I think there's an Animal Kingdom book which is made for children as well as for grown-ups, is The Tiger, the Bear, and the Battle of Shweta.
And Shweta, that's a very good point that you've touched upon. The Indian Jungle Book. Jungle Book is of course a great work that I, as a child, I had a comic book form of it. I mean, I had seen the movie, the animation movie, from many years ago, and I had a comic book version of it. And I used to always, I mean, like I told you, I was fond of animals. My mother had kind of initiated my interest into wildlife, but I always had this one problem with the book, that the kind of representation that was shown of the animals was not necessarily the way they are found in the Indian wild. For
Right.
example, Balu the bear. You don't have this dark bluish kind of bear. The bears that are found in India, generally, other than the Himalayan brown bear, they're all black in color. Within that, there are certain differences. You have the moon bear and the sloth bear and all, but they're all black in color. So you don't have anything which is blue in color. Then the python was seen. Ka the python is on a tree. They're never on trees. They're always, they even burrow on the ground below. So the Monkey King, King Louis. I have not seen a monkey like that. What ape species does he belong? So that was, I mean, I'm not trying to run it down, but I'm saying, like, the work of every succeeding generation of writers is to improve upon whatever is the source material. Now, I'm not saying I use, in fact, Jungle Book was something which I consciously avoided, using any trope from there. There is no human being in my book, for example.
Not at all.
Yeah, so the easiest thing for me to have done was, if I were to use a Jungle Book influence, was that there it was Mowgli, I could have had a female character in the jungle, but I didn't want to use that only. So my one very clear direction was that Jungle Book I don't want to do. But yes, you are right that it is set in the Indian jungle, and that's what makes it an Indian jungle book of its own, so to say.
What was Naina's reaction when the book came?
Again, this is great. She's a voracious reader. Okay, so um, a lot of people, not a lot of people, but like my father-in-law, he read the book and he said that this is a very serious book for children. It doesn't seem like it's for 8-year-olds. So I told him, now he's another generation altogether. So I told him, I said, children today read far beyond what what we consider.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Naina, in any case, is a voracious reader, and I was sharing drafts with her. Like when I wrote the first 3 chapters, I shared it with her. When I did 7 or 8 chapters, I shared it with her. When I finished the whole book, I shared it with her. When I did 1 round of edit or 2 rounds of edit, I again shared it with her. So initially she was like, "Wow, this is too good," and all that and all. Of late, she said, she's like, as she's getting familiar with other good literature from, and she reads a lot, like I said, she's now like, like a pakka critic, you can say. She's like, your book is good, it's not great. So, it's very clear, her opinions are very clear. So film books were boring. This book is good, not great. So that's what it is currently.
I'm sure she's going to come up with an idea soon. And that would be my next question. So you have 2 books in Hindi cinema. Then you have this book. And also you appear on television as the National Basketball Association. So what next? What is next in store for us?
Well, I have signed on for a book again, which goes back to my first love of Hindi films and all that. But beyond that, like I always thought when I started writing my first book that I would think that this has been a satisfying or a fulfilling life if I am able to author 5 books. So 3 are done, 2 film-based books. 1 is a children's book. 4th I have signed on for, which is a film book. I definitely know that I have another children's book in me, and I also have the setting. The setting I don't have the plot, but I know where I want to base it. Like you said, this is the Indian Jungle Book. I know where I want to base that story, whatever that story is. But like now you might ask me that you have the setting, but you don't have the story. How does that work? So my answer to that will be that before I got married, my younger brother, he was supposed to get married before me. He did also end up getting married before me. And one day my aunt, one of my family friends, she caught hold of me back then and she said, kitna nalayak ladka hai, your younger brother is getting married before you, and what are you doing? So I said, don't worry, I'm going to be sharing some good news very soon. And she said, what do you mean? You found a girl or what? I said, no, I found the most important ingredient for the marriage. So she said, what? Who's the girl and all? I said, no. I've found the perfect tie to wear at my wedding. Now we can, now the job, half the battle is won. Now we'll go down to the easier job of finding the right partner. So, sometimes it's like, where to base your story, the story will come. That's just a lighter, humorous take. But I have one children's book within me for sure.
And we have 2 chitter chatters already blocked with him for sure. One which is good, the 4th book that he's working on, and 1 child book more. And let's see, at that time, does Neha say, is this good? Is this great? Is this best? Or dad, you need to work more?
Yes. That, and she's going to be older by the time that comes out. I don't know what she's going to say. She herself has shown some promise of being some kind of writer, but it's still too early, but one thing is, she reads a lot, so her opinion matters to me.
And before I get on the last segment of our chitter chatter, let's have a selfie moment with your copy.
Yes. So, here it is.
And smile. Thank you. And now I'm going to have a rapid fire round, which is very simple. I'm going to ask you some questions, and the first word or line that comes to you. Okay. And so are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Favorite book?
For the Love of the Game, a pictorial biography of Michael Jordan.
Favorite authors?
Favorite authors, too many. J.K. Rowling, uh, in the world of fantasy fiction. Non-fiction, there is Josie Joseph, who I'm reading currently. Gideon Hay, the famous Australian cricket writer, the books that he's done. Uh, yeah, I mean, I read a lot again, so all kinds of writers.
Series or standalones?
That's a good one. Oh, series.
Favorite series that you've read lately?
Okay, favorite series that I've read lately. I haven't read a series of late, but I'll tell you one of my all-time favorites. Yes, of course, Harry Potter. Like I was bunking work as an adult to read books 6 and 7, or maybe it was 5, 6, and 7.
I have to give a secret, I could never get myself to read Harry Potter. For some reason, as a child, I always believed that books have their own time.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I had Harry Potter, but I would start and something else would come. And in spite of being a voracious reader, just some connection would not happen. And finally, now this year, I actually read Harry Potter series.
Isn't it amazing?
It is magical.
Yeah, yeah. Another, of course, the one other series which I absolutely love. In fact, I was for the longest time, still am. Lord of the Rings, of course. I personally prefer it even to Harry Potter. Both of them are outstanding in their own right. But that's another great series.
And how many national parks and wildlife have you already visited?
Shweta, you'll not believe it, and I'm giving you a very honest answer that, I have seen a lot of national parks. See, most people in India, people say we are going for a holiday to Ranthambore, Corbett, Bandhavgarh, Kanha, Tadoba, and that's it. I have gone to such remote places. Like I've been to the Holanga Park Gibbon Sanctuary, which is a few hours beyond Kaziranga. I've been to a place called Valparai, which is down south, 3 hours from Coimbatore. So I must have done about 20, 25. But trust me, I still have a list, okay, of about 40, 45 places that I still need to visit. And as I keep going, I knock one off and I say, yes, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. But when I go to one place, I meet somebody else who'll tell me another two places, So I started off that list, literally, I'm telling you, you'll not believe it, with 20 places. Today, I think between 20, 25, and I still haven't, and then there are 45 names left on that list.
Oh, wow.
So it's a never ending list, because the beauty of India again is that there are these small parks which are just 5 square miles, 5 square kilometers, protected areas, and you will get this one species over there which is not found anywhere else, or the best chance of seeing that species is there. So I have many such places on my this list that I have made. But I'm telling you very conservatively, I've been to 20, 25 places, and I still have about 40 odd places to go to.
So guys, you all know, if you all want to know anything about national parks also, he's the man whom you should message and start getting there.
There are people who are like way ahead. They're way ahead. I'm not saying this to underplay, but I have a lot of work to do. I really have a lot of work to do.
So we have lots of love, hugs, hearts coming. Ravi Shankaran is saying, Shweta Akshay, lots of love. Pratyush Reddy is saying hello. Zed is saying, stay just the way you are. Chenny Tutang Yanthan is saying, love the book. And Abhin _ Gendis is saying that they're looking forward to read. The reader _ Harsha is saying that she's going to buy a copy really soon. So guys, keep the love pouring in. And also, in case you've missed any part of the Chitter Chatter, this is going to be on the IGTV. It's going to be on Spotify and YouTube. So after our chit chat, do tag your friends. Also, you can go through the whole video again. And also, when you buy a copy, you know what to do. Read and DM us, put in the reviews and spread the word. And back to my rapid fire. So I'm going to take this first word and the name that the first emotion that comes to you, or any adjective that comes to you, or whatever comes to you.
Sure.
Veera.
Wise.
Bhairav.
Emotional.
Taranath.
Wicked.
Daga.
Cunning.
Ustad.
Gullible.
Sultana.
Amazing.
Mahavana.
Mahovan Magical.
If it had to have an alternative title, or maybe if you had to give another title, if you come up with a comic book or something like that on the same backdrop, what would it be?
Jungle Nama.
Devashi Damodre.
Outstanding.
Wildlife.
Spiritual.
Westland Publications.
Terrific.
Readers.
God.
And lastly, Chitter Chatter with Shweta Roira.
Superlative.
Thank you. Thank you, Akshay, for your time. All the best wishes for this book and for the writing for the other two. And please give our regards and love to Naina. And all the viewers, repeating again, do buy a copy and do message Akshay and put in your reviews on Amazon, Goodreads, and all the platforms, and let us know how you like the book, what you liked about the book. And also, if you find out something that he's concealed, where he's taken the references for, like he's mentioned, then do the disclosure right here.
Correct. No, it's like I said, it's I hope to have given it my own unique original voice, and go ahead. The Tiger, the Bear, The Battle for Mahovan is my debut children's fiction work, and I hope kids learn about the Indian wild and find a story which entertains and engages them.
So guys, go ahead and do see this Chitter Chatter now on IGTV. And thanks, Akshay, once again for your time.
Thank you so much, Shweta. Thank you so much for taking time out for this book.